Welcome back. Following news of the sweeping verdict handed down in the favor of Johnny Depp, we're hearing now from top legal experts in the field. Law&Crime Network founder Dan Abrams says the verdict was vindication for Johnny Depp and only a token win for Amber Heard.
Remember, this is a case where he sued a publication in London where the standard is harder to win, and a judge came back and said, no, he believed that Johnny Depp was a, quote, wife beater on 12 of 14 counts. Now you have a jury here of 7 people, 5 men and 2 women, coming back and saying that Johnny Depp was defamed on all 3 of the counts. I mean, this, I think, is a real surprise to a lot of people. Now, I had talked about previously the possibility of both of them, quote unquote, winning. But I think this, quote, win for Amber Heard is really a token win. Putting aside the money, right? Putting aside the fact that it's $15 million for him, $2 million for her, that's not just the issue here. You know, it sounds like the issue the jurors had with the statement made by the lawyer for Johnny Depp was about the fact that she got together with her friends, effectively conspiring. So maybe they didn't believe that aspect of it. But it seems to me that the takeaway from this case is these jurors believed Johnny Depp and they didn't believe Amber Heard. I don't think there is any other way to interpret all of these verdicts together.
Law&Crime Network also spoke with Kathleen Zellner, a renowned attorney who consulted with Depp's team early on. She says Amber Heard lost the case because her story was not credible compared to Depp's.
I really think it came down to credibility. I think her case failed. And looking at it as a criminal attorney, it failed on the forensic evidence. Those beatings and abuse that she described did not happen. I've been doing criminal cases for over 30 years, and the forensic evidence simply wasn't there. She just did not suffer the injuries. Forget about having witnesses. I can understand, that abuse victims don't have firsthand knowledge, witnesses present, but the evidence wasn't there. There just was not the forensic evidence to support what she was claiming. The second thing, because I've represented a lot of sexual abuse victims over the years, she wasn't afraid of him. And I think Camille Vasquez did a beautiful job of laying all that out, not only in the cross-examination, but in the closing. I mean, she wasn't afraid of him. She was, taunting him. She was very aggressive. And so her case just collapsed, and that falls at her feet. She just was not credible. That's why she lost.
All right, before I get into the questions, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who watched Law&Crime Daily and followed this case. Every one of us, from guests to hosts to executive producers, worked so hard on this, and thank you for following us here and keeping up to date with all the case. Now, weeks of covering has led us here to a full victory for Johnny Depp and somewhat of a partial one for Amber Heard. So I want to know for both of you, what are your final thoughts on this case, both in terms of small picture and big? Tracey, let's first start off with your thoughts.
Well, I think that I hope that we are at an inflection point in this country where we return to critical thinking and look at evidence before we banish people from their professions. The second thing is that I think that this is a cautionary tale for lawyers, and it should stand as a way to warn them from making their statements in the media in a way that could, in fact, create liability for their clients.
Absolutely, because Doctor, perfect. If Waldman didn't say that, Amber Heard doesn't have a single claim that she wins. Terry, same question, your thoughts.
Actually, from a technical standpoint, I do think the jury got it right. And as both Dan and Tracey said, that one statement where they found in favor of Amber Heard was because they didn't see it was a conspiracy. But everything else, Johnny Depp won and he got his reputation back. On a bigger picture level, I think that people are not going to be afraid to bring a claim as far as domestic violence is concerned, whether you're male or female. Because if you have an actual case and you tell the truth, you can prevail. We saw that with R. Kelly. We saw that with Harvey Weinstein. And here, the person who was telling this story was lying. So I think overall, people are still going to bring their cases.
Absolutely, and I'll have Bill Cosby to that one as well. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Terry. And thank you for joining us here on Law and Crime Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.